You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Here we go! Yo! It's the realest on the radio, the party bro in the body-o, making everybody go. Yo! Welcome back to the show. Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com, on your computer and on your Alexa. Good morning, Powers.
Good morning, Beef. How are you?
I'm good. Happy Friday to you.
It is a happy Friday because it's Friday.
It is Friday, October 8th. Some of you guys are going into a 3-day weekend, present company included. Very excited about that. And that is the good news for today. Is there any bad news? Not really. But I am starting off today a little irritated, to say the least.
Oh, the least, eh? Go on.
I mean, there isn't a day that goes by that I don't get disappointed with somebody in my life. It's not even a personal thing. It's a professional thing. So I'm going to just go right into it. Austin. Let me just bitch about Austin for a minute. Austin's our man on the street. Right now, Austin works here at the station. He is one of the street kids, or I don't know, the promo team.
I don't know. Street kid.
Whatever. He's going to be a street kid. He's going to be a street man if he keeps this up, because his work ethic is garbage. And he wanted to be a part of the show. He asked me for a few weeks before I even let him on the show. And I'm like, okay, we'll see. I need reliability. That's first and foremost. You're going to have to want it, and then you're going to have to show me you want it, and that's by just showing up on time and being ready to go. So Austin does one show. He does all right. Then the next show, he flakes. And for whatever reason, I convince his boss, who's a manager here at the station, to give him hours, so get him paid.
Paid hours.
Yes, and that would make him the first person associated with this show to get paid to do this show. Everyone else has been a volunteer.
Yes.
Right. So, yes. Which I find extremely disrespectful when he does things like this. So I get him on the street team. So last Friday, we had a thing where we sent him out on the streets. He was naked cowboy. It was part of his punishment for showing up 2.5 hours late the week before. 2.5 hours late.
That's pretty late.
This kid. And I'm not trying to, I don't want to be that dick boss. I'm not trying to berate the man or just, make fun of him every single week. That's not my MO.
You're not doing it not for no reason.
Yeah, no.
With good reason.
Right. So this Friday, my plans were not to, dress him up like a clown and send him on the streets, but just literally send him on the streets with, a poster board promoting the show and the station. And then also get him to interact with listeners to give away tickets for 311, which we have today.
Nice.
Yeah. And again, he'd be on the clock. He'd be driving the KFMA van. He gets paid at least minimum wage. So that's like $13 an hour for 5-6 hours. And then he would work later on today for Bear Down Friday.
That's a pretty good gig.
Not a bad gig.
Right? That's fun out. It's a nice day. The weather's nice. Getting paid to be out there, interact with fans, give things away.
Right.
What a good job.
Yeah. So he actually texted me yesterday afternoon, 3:00. So he's like, "What's up, brother? What's the gimmick for tomorrow? Are we doing a street promotion again?" I'm like, "Yeah." Did you get your new phone? He's like, "Yes, I just need to activate it when I get home." So he got his new phone and he's been slacking on activating. Been crazy past few days, but I'm activating it today. And I'm like, "Cool. Don't forget to get it all set up, brother." And he's like, "Absolutely, duder. What character are we trying out tomorrow?" And I didn't get to respond because I was having dinner with my family, and I didn't have a character. I didn't want him to do a character. I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
And so then at 4:36 a.m. this morning, I get a text message.
Straight from the bed.
Yeah. And I'm prepping the show. I'm already been up for, 45 minutes at this time. And he said, "Hey man, I'm really sorry, but I literally got no sleep at all last night. Sometimes I get insomnia really bad. And I'm also already working Bear Down Friday tonight. Plus, we never discussed what the plan is for the character for today."
Oh.
Yeah. So he tries to turn this around like this is my fault. Like, bitch. No, it doesn't matter if I give you a character or not. Then I don't need to tell you ahead of time. Show up on time and then we'll figure it out. Or I'll tell you what your plans are for today. It doesn't matter. Your job is to show up and be told what to do. My job is to make sure you get here on time and then tell you what to do.
Settle down. Take a breath. Take a breath.
Well, I'm telling you, man. And like, it's just I don't know if it's a generation thing or a flake thing. I don't even think it's a generation thing. You know what I mean?
It could be just an age thing. I think 20-year-olds of any decade are just idiots, right? So it could be that. Could be a modern child thing. I don't know if that's that.
It's just a man child. But yeah, and see, and I'm not trying to bag on him, but how can I not? And so he continues. Again, I'm really sorry, man, but today just really isn't good for me. And I hope you still want me as your street guy. And so I wrote back, okay?
Oh, did you write back?
Oh, I wrote back. And I said, dude, my street guy needs to be reliable enough to show up and get paid to go out on the street. This is the second shift in 3 weeks that you're flaking on, Austin. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. And this is your paid job. Like, literally, this is your responsibility. Now your manager is going to see that you can't do both. And that means he's going to take you away from me, and I won't even have a choice in the matter, and then I have to go to somebody else. So you just F that up, Austin.
Oh, man, beef's hot. It's starting to smell like stew in here. He's heating up.
I'm telling you,
He's heating up.
But am I wrong?
You are not wrong. 100% wrong. This could have been any job, anywhere. You can't just show up from the first 3 out of 4 shifts. You're completely not there. And then one of them, you were 2 hours late. And even being late, like, I'll be there in 90 minutes.
Does he not realize, like, most jobs, they have that whole probationary term, like,
right?
You know, every job you start off with, I think it's like 90 days. So if you F up at all in 90 days, you're out. No questions asked.
Yes.
It's like, just show us that you really want this job. Now, this is the third shift, and he's already basically, this is not a no-call, no-show. The previous one could be considered a no-call, no-show. He's only done once for me. And again, this was the concern going into even utilizing him on the street team. This is what I have to work with here, Powers.
That's all right. It's all right. We're just getting it going. That's all right. You need some fertilizer. So we're going to make the show grow. And that kid's been a real bunch of...
That's a good idea. Let's utilize fertilizer next week when Austin comes in some way or another, right? You know, let's see if he could, I don't know, gargle with fertilizer. All right, let's hit the reset, because I am actually overall in a great mood.
Oh, good. I couldn't tell at all.
No, I have Audio Slave coming up.
Nice.
I'm going to start off with Nirvana, our morning. All right, I'm back here live here on the air, but I'm not alone. I got my friends in studio with me. Herb Stratford, everybody. Say good morning, Herb.
Good morning.
And then, oh yeah, don't sound too excited. And then Powers.
I'm still just sort of like absorbing that rant that I just experienced.
I'm not done with that.
Oh,
and
okay.
let's do. We got to do a tease in 30 seconds. I got to share Eric's comment real quick because I resent that comment. And the comment that he said is, well, I like Christina's comment. I'm sorry, but Austin needs to go. I mean, it's a job, not a free ride. You're absolutely right. Eric, I'm going to address your comment here after the tease. Let's do a quick tease, guys. You ready?
Yeah.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. I've been having a great time this Friday morning, and then film critic Herb Stratford came into the studio. Okay.
Rim shot.
Yeah. What movies are we going to talk about next, Herb?
We're talking about Bond. We're talking about a really freaky thing that's opening at the Loft today called Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to talk about, Muppets Haunted Mansion.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah.
So we're going to see which one of those films, or maybe all of them, are movies that we actually want to see this weekend. Next on Beef Vegan Presents. And we got the live podcast broadcast streaming on the Rock 102.1 page or youtube.com/Beef Vegan. So join us there as well. And we'll be back after Papa Roach at KFMA. Clear. Okay. So back to Eric's comment here. I have to.
I was like, all right, back to this.
Yeah. I have to address this, man, because, like, I do not like this comparison whatsoever, because I do not feel like it's in the same vein. And let me pull it up here. Eric said, Beef, you're berating him like you used to be on the other show. And that is 100% false, and I'll tell you why.
Can I jump in even quick?
Yes, please.
So if I could represent my client here,
Yes,
the thing is
my attorney
that
powers here.
Beef is doing a good job on both the show and the previous show, doing
Yes.
a good job. Austin, I'm not sure if you can tell, doing a very bad job.
Yes.
Not a good job. In fact, a horrible job, even statistically.
Yes. And in fact, actually, a lot of the streamers made the switch and, we're streaming on the previous show. How many of those shows do you recall me showing up late to? Or how about this? How many shows did I end up hosting by myself and doing best ofs when they were on vacations and on the other days? Like, I am the Iron Man of this station, with the exception of Mac. Because he works so hard, he's like destroying himself.
Yeah, you gotta acknove Mac. That
Yes.
is absolutely correct.
Yes, he is. He does it to his own detriment,
Yes,
honestly. But like with Austin, like literally, he is on the clock. Like, he is scheduled by his boss, who is a manager here at the company, not necessarily my boss, but he's part of the management. And he is on the schedule to receive money from the company to do a job for me for 4 hours. And this son of a bitch texts me at 4:30. Sorry, bro, I just didn't sleep.
Again.
Yeah, again. It's like, you had a whole week, and he was texting me the day before. So it's not even comparable, Eric. And so when I am venting out of frustration, I'm not calling him names to his face. I'm calling names behind his back. It's different. I'm not berating him. I'm talking shit.
Well, he's not here to be berated.
True. Yeah,
right? So I mean, you're sort of shouting into the void. So
I
to
wish he
speak.
was. In fact, actually, I'm going to send him an invite because he just recently emailed me, like literally within 30 minutes, being like, "Hey, did you get my text?" I'm like, "Yeah, Austin, I got your text, and I angrily replied to your text." "Oh, I didn't get it, bro." I'm like, Jesus.
See, and even that I don't believe.
I know.
Yeah, that's just to help his story.
Yeah. So
Like, I'll send him an email and be like, I didn't even get that text. Oh, I guess I don't know what happened.
yeah, what's his stupid email?
Well, it doesn't take it off your plate. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just not do something and say, "Well, I sent a text."
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, that's not,
You can't do that in
Yeah.
real life.
No.
And
In his
he wasn't even
job?
sure if you got the text and still didn't show up.
Right.
That annoying.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
none of it makes sense. So, I mean, I'm sorry to be high pitch and bitching, but that's just 100% irresponsible. And if I'm running a business, which I kind of am, that is unacceptable. I already told them the rules. If when you're early, you're on time. When you're on time, you're late. When you're late, you're fired. If you no show, I'll kick you in the nuts. All right, let's get on. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to the show. It's Beef Figure Presents, hanging out with film critic Herb Stratford as we get geared up for the weekend and excited about what movies we could watch and what is coming out. And finally, the new James Bond movie's coming out after it was pushed back an entire year because of pandemic.
Yeah, it was pushed back, I think, a total of 4 times. They just kept shifting it and shifting it and shifting it, and everyone was just like, "Is it ever going to come out?"
Right.
Or actually, I heard through the trades, I heard that I think it was HBO Max actually said, "You know what? We'll give you $200 million. Just give it to us."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they were like, "No, it's theatrical. Period. We don't care how
Wow.
long it takes." So that just actually shows how dedicated they are to the theatrical experience, which I think is important because you only see Bond that way.
Okay.
I mean, that's legitimate. So I'm glad they did it. I think I'm a little frustrated because I didn't go see it. I would have had to drive to Phoenix to go see it, and 4 hours in a car to go see a 2-hour movie is a little silly.
Let me
But,
ask you this. This is the $1 million question here, Herb. Was it worth the wait?
I didn't see it.
Oh, well, that's what we'll
So-
find out. That's what
That's
you
the
guys
thing.
will find out after you dish out $20 to go see it in the theater.
Yeah.
Like, no. This movie's so good, you have to get COVID to watch it. Okay.
I like they waited. I don't understand some of the stuff. Like, we made it. Let's hurry up. Why are movies burning a hole in some of these studios' pockets? Because Bill and Ted came out and no one saw it, and
Yeah.
I finally watched it, and I love Bill and Ted.
Oh, it's
Face the Music,
fantastic.
right? But nope, no one saw it. Didn't. Who cares? Why didn't they just let it sit on a shelf and be like, it came
Yeah.
out now? What's the difference?
That's true. I mean, they already looked like super old
Right.
already. So a couple years later, it's not going to make them age because they look like they were 90. Keanu, I'm like, whoa, Neo, you're going to do The Matrix next? Because you seriously look like a great grandfather in Bill and Ted. Really do. I did enjoy that film, though.
Loved it.
The movie that you're really excited about is actually going to be playing in the Loft
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
called
yeah.
Lamb.
It's called Lamb. And so A24, who the studio, they do all kinds of great stuff. They just do wonderful. They only release just really cool stuff. And so they released this movie today. It's called Lamb, and it's sort of this Icelandic, so you have to read some subtitles occasionally, but it's an Icelandic farmer couple who does not have a kid, and they're just sort of out there on their own doing their thing, and they have all these sheep, and all of a sudden there's this sort of sheep baby.
Oh no!
So
is that the birth of sheeple?
Without
There it is. Why did they just call it sheeple?
It's just, and I mean, and you sort of get that sense from the trailer. So I'm not ruining anything, but I mean, it's really eerie, and it's a slow burn, and it's just like very atmospheric because they're out in the middle of nowhere, and like Iceland is just really like really, really cool.
Yeah.
And so it's this slow burn, and then like another character shows up, and he's kind of like, what is going on, and then there's a twist at the end that is just like, you're just like, oh my God. And so it's very good, and it's just a perfect movie to see in October. It's just like an awesome, not like a slasher movie, it's just like a like it'll haunt you, what I mean? That's what you want.
I love how we're rubbing off on Herb. I'm rubbing off on Herb so much he doesn't even know it. His film reviews now is like, so the movie comes in, and then you're like, what? And then something goes in, you're blown away. And you're so high when you watch. At least I was.
He used to be a film critic. Now he's a movie critic. There's a film. He's out.
Yeah.
I used to have a turtleneck on and a little beret,
Yes.
And now I'm wearing a wife beater,
Gonna get a tattoo on your face. It's fantastic. I love the effect I have of my friends.
Yeah.
Hey, coming up this hour we're going to talk with Herb on our podcast broadcast about Muppet movie, the new one that's coming to Disney Plus, which I hear is going to be phenomenal. So we're going to find out from Herb.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of A24, there was a trailer that dropped with Simon Rex that I'm actually excited about. We'll talk about that. And now that What If has finished, how are we going to rank the 4 Marvel Studios series? We're going to discuss that coming up later this hour as well. So keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA, Beef Vegan Presents. Clear. Okay, so that was the on-air side, and we're doing good on time.
That was fun.
Let's talk about the Muppet movie. Did you see that yet?
I did. And and I got to tell you, for me, like as a kid, right, my 2 favorite things about Disneyland were Pirates of the Caribbean and Haunted Mansion.
Okay.
That was, what I mean? That was like not the Tom Sawyer thing, and not, whatever, and not even Space Mountain was like, yeah, whatever. Those 2 rides, I'm like, I would go over and just do them again and again and again. This is back when they had like e-tickets and all the, all the other stuff. So for like, and I'm sort of like on the fence about Muppets. Like, I think some Muppets works and some doesn't, right? And I think Jason Segel, like, valiantly tried, but I don't know if it really worked. And, so I'm sort of like, some things I'm like, that was okay. But this is great. I mean, this is combining like old school great Muppet stuff with the Haunted Mansion. I mean, how can you go wrong, right?
Yeah.
So Gonzo's got to spend a night in the Haunted Mansion, and it's just, all of the characters just interacting in that environment is just like, oh yeah, this is like, as much as, to my mind, as much as Elf became an instant holiday classic, this is a Halloween classic. I'm here now. I'm like, this is something that I could watch again and again, and I'm like, yeah, cool, it's Halloween. I'm on. So
that's awesome.
So there's like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes too. I mean, it's like,
really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love them.
So
I'm actually excited to watch this with my daughter. I mean, even though she's a teenager and she's too cool for that shit right now.
yeah.
I'm going to try to convince her to sit down and watch that movie with me this weekend. And I think it would be a great time. She's on fall break, so she got nowhere else to go.
You make her watch it with you.
Yeah. It does look cool. Did you see the trailer for the Simon Rex movie?
I did. It's called Red Rocket.
I'm gonna pull it up on YouTube right now. I got a new computer, guys. So hopefully it works out good.
Did it fall off the back of a truck somewhere in the parking lot? They handed it to you?
It is refurbished, and right now, basically, it's up to the streamers to let me know if we have any glitching, any freezing, any skipping, things like that. But this official trailer, first off, I like the director of this movie.
Sean Baker, who did the Florida the Florida whatever it was called.
Yeah, the Florida Project.
Yeah, and then yeah, go ahead.
Well, I watched that with my girlfriend, just coming across to be like, hey, this looks weird.
Yeah.
And I like weird. So try it on. And it is an uncomfortable movie to watch, but fascinating.
Yeah.
And, me being 3rd generation white trash, which infuriates my mom when I say that. that film resonated with me because it's very much like, yeah, that's just kind of living around motel apartments.
Well, and Simon Rex is great. I mean, he is the heart of this movie, and I mean, it is all about him. He basically plays a porn star who sort of returns home with his ex-wife, and
Dirt Nasty.
Trying to figure things out, and he's amazing. I'm trying to get on into it right now because it's getting a lot of solid buzz. Wherever it's playing, people are loving on it. It just John Baker really shines a light on characters that nobody else is doing, and he does such a great job of finding the right actors to play them, and really,
we decided to make
get a real glimpse into this life that is not glamorous. I mean,
and very Florida white trashy too. Even though I don't know if this is based in Florida, but this is something that is basically saving and resurrecting Simon Rex's career. Because it's a character that is so close to home. He's basically playing himself in a way. Because Simon Rex is a partier like that, did live that fast lifestyle, was trying to be a rock star. And then now he's getting old. He's approaching 50, and the road miles you can see it on him, right? And he has this perfect opportunity. This could be like a Travolta like resurrection of his career. This could actually make him a legitimate actor.
Yeah, I agree. That's a great metaphor because he needed the role like this that he could inhabit, and he really does inhabit it. In terms of it doesn't look like he's acting. It's almost like you're just following him around. With the camera, very verite, but it's all scripted. And Sean Baker's a great filmmaker, and that's why this is going to work. But this has got a lot of buzz. I think the weird thing about it is just he's always pushing the envelope. It's like Florida trailer park people, and now we got a porn star. You know what I mean? Like Baker's like, how much can I get away with here? Tangerine was like transvestite prostitutes, and it was filmed on an iPhone. You know what I mean? On Hollywood Boulevard. So it's like he's definitely pushing the buttons to see what he can do, but he gets these incredible performances. So this is a good one. This is definitely one. I think it's December is the release date for this one. Timed for awards, clearly. It's been playing at Telluride and Venice and Toronto and everything, and everyone just loves this film.
All right, and for those of you wondering, to recap real quick, because I forgot to mute the video, even when I have my channel down, you could still hear the trailer. That's something I've learned over time. We said that this is one of those roles that will literally resurrect a career like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction for Simon Rex. And there was a bunch of other great conversation that we had that you couldn't hear while the audio of the trailer was playing.
But it's good. You saw the trailer now, so that's okay.
Yeah.
You may not have found the trailer because, like you said, Beav, it just dropped yesterday, I think. So, I mean, it's brand new. It's spanking fresh.
Yeah, it caught my attention, and then watching it, I was like, oh, yeah. And just the films that this director has written and directed before, I'm like, man, okay. I'm in.
Called Red Rocket?
Well, we don't know, but he used to be a porn star, so maybe he has unusual red penis like Brock Lesnar. Oh, you didn't hear this? Okay, real quick side note, and I know you're not a wrestling fan, but the Dirt Sheets. So they just did on what's the wrestling documentary on Vice? Dark Side of the Ring.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So Dark Side of the Ring did the plane ride from hell story, right? Terry Runnels was a female manager back in the WWE Attitude Era, former wife of Goldust. Well, anyways, she has a story of Brock Lesnar basically exposing himself to her. And when he did it, he opened up his towel, basically showed off his wang, which I guess wasn't too impressive. But the one little side note, little tidbit that she added is that it was oddly red, like a dog penis. Right?
Oh, my.
And you look at Brock Lesnar, who's a monster of a man, but then you're like, I see it.
He does get really red.
He does get really red. All that red goes to his penis.
All that blood rushing.
So he has the red rocket.
Wow.
And
yeah, I know it from South Park. Like because it means a dog's dick.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, you know it. Yeah. I think we all do. So I don't know why. Yeah, I mean it'll be interesting if there's a dog dick reference.
There has to be.
Yeah, and maybe that was his porn name. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Like maybe he dyed his hair red, and that was his gimmick while he was going to wreck shop, or maybe it was fetish porn, and I shouldn't even say what I'm thinking.
Yes, no.
Probably not. or pass the dumb switch over to us, and we'll take care of it.
See, I'm growing, guys. You're witnessing me mature and Herb immature at the same time. We're going, on that same level.
Nice balance. Nice balance on the show.
Yeah. So when I asked, look at my show prep sheet real quick. So this is the question about what if, right? Right. You can't read it. It doesn't matter. But then I also took a screenshot of the 4 posters, and this is on my sheet. You can't see it. I mean, I guess I could show it to you on the screen.
Oh, this is the what if posters.
Okay.
Yeah. So I printed that up. This is how I prepare for a segment. I look at them and like, okay.
And it jogs your memory. Yeah, that's good.
Well, I was like, there were 4, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah. What if Loki, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and WandaVision? And I know this is going to be a nice little debate, and that's coming up here in a little bit. And then
I don't know. Well, is it a debate? Because I think it's just when you got 4 shows this different, I think it's just preference of what you like.
Well, exactly.
Because I don't know if it's better or worse.
Well, it's if we disagree on the list. So, like, I want you to rank them from worst to first.
Okay, rank all 4.
Yeah,
right.
And it might turn into a debate if we don't agree. And I'll even write down my answers. I think we should all separately write them down and then do the reveal. So that way we don't even know until it's time.
All right, so you're saying that we have Wanda.
Oh, we're gonna do a tease here in a second too.
We have What If, we have Falcon, and we have
Loki.
Loki.
All right, here, let's do this tease. Rock 102.1 KFMA live on a Friday. Coming up next, what we can watch while we sit on our ass and stream it from the comfort of our own home. Herb Stratford gives us the heads up if there's anything worth watching. Do you think there's anything worth watching this weekend, Herb?
There's sort of a so-so movie on Netflix called There's Someone Inside Your House. And then there's the latest edition of the VHS series, which I feel is sort of run out of gas, frankly. So,
all right, well, those are 2 reviews. I guess we found out everything. Don't stick around after it's sale.
It's a weird, because I mean,
was that a tease or was that the whole reveal?
Well,
you just busted all over me.
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of stuff. Like I had to watch Lamb last night because I had like a 24-hour link, and then like I got a couple more films that I think are.
I love you're like, nah, everything sucks. Okay, well, stick around. It's coming up next.
We'll find something else to talk about.
I do have other stuff to talk about, I guess. Let's see. There was a couple things. Oh, man. Let's see. That's sports stuff. Oh, did you guys hear about the woman that was injured by javelinas?
No.
What? Okay, so this is a warning to everyone out there on the stream, too.
This is local?
This is local. Yeah, this happened in Oro Valley. A woman was injured. Her dog was killed by a pack of javelinas.
Oh, no.
Now, we have javelinas around here all the time, and people, they assume that they're, everyone's a little sketched and be like, oh, javelinas. But at the same time, you're like, no one's really seen javelinas attack. They've been okay.
Yeah. I might charge you, but I mean, not like viciously attack.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was charged by a javelina one morning, waking up in my apartment. I locked eyes with it and I had the dog. And yeah, it chased after us. And I swooped up my dog and ran into the house and slammed the door. This same thing happened. So apparently javelinas are very territorial, especially when it comes to dogs. They view dogs like coyotes.
Yeah.
And when they're in a pack, they're mean. And this was a very sad situation where the javelinas got the dog and the woman was trying to protect her dog from the javelinas and she got injured in the process. And again, it happened in Oro Valley. So they're just basically warning everyone out there that if you have dogs or you see if you have a dog and you're walking a dog, you see javelinas, be super careful, grab up your dog and get the hell out of there.
Yep.
I remember a story up in Phoenix of a woman who was walking her dog. And this is like Paradise Valley. And so you don't associate javelinas in Paradise Valley. I didn't even realize they were in that area, but they were. That lady got killed by javelinas.
Wow.
Was she an older lady? I mean,
she wasn't. She was actually in her 30s. What happened was she was running away from the javelinas and she tripped and she fell like a horror movie status. They ate her face.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
really?
yeah. Google that shit.
Did not see that coming.
I know.
Face eating. I didn't think that. Wow.
Yeah. So the lady who got attacked by javelinas is actually lucky in Oro Valley.
Right. Yeah.
Compared.
Sure.
But still horrific. Yeah, and they can be. Yeah,
So I wonder like is like mace. You know what I mean? Is there something that works?
I'm surprised they don't sell anything together.
Yeah.
I thought
this happens.
Yeah.
in my scenario, in my head, I would kick him in the face,
I
like
mean, that's what we always think, but I'm sure that
Right.
doesn't just work.
I
Yeah, and
know.
when you're on the ground and there's a couple of them
Right.
because it's one-on-one. I mean, I think it's a little
5
less
seconds.
scary.
Yeah. Rock 2.1 KFMA, it's Beef Vegan Presents live on this Friday morning. I hope you guys have a 3-day weekend lined up because if you do, you can sit on the couch and watch a bunch of streaming shows. I just started watching Squid Game.
Okay.
I know I'm behind on that one. Like the buzz was out there already for weeks, and it took me a couple weeks to convince my girlfriend to sit down and watch it with me. Now that we started watching it and she doesn't get off till 3, I want to bang out like 3 episodes before she even gets home. So Squid Game is exciting. But what else is coming to the streaming services that might be cool?
Well, it's an interesting thing right now because everybody is, all the networks and everybody's focused on Halloween content, right? You know what I mean? So it's like Shudder's rolling out a lot of stuff. A lot of the streamers are doing 31 days or 60 days of Halloween. I think the biggest thing, and it's not a streaming thing, but the Halloween movie, Halloween Kills, is coming out.
With Jamie Lee Curtis again?
Yeah. Yep. That comes out on the 19th. So that's a big deal. That's not streaming, but yeah.
How at this point is Michael Myers still scary if he can't even kill one lady for 40 years? You know what I mean? I know Jamie Lee Curtis is a badass. I was told growing up that she was my cousin too. Which I don't believe anymore.
Really?
Yeah, but still, it's been 40 years. You're going after one person in particular. You're doing a bad job, Mike Myers.
It's true.
Yeah. It's interesting. They just went back to the well. You know what I mean? They were like,
Well,
can we recycle this story again? And she was like, well, I'm game. I'm doing diuretic commercials.
That's right. Yeah.
Why not? Right.
Yes.
So that's coming out. But it's just I think the big thing, honestly, from a streaming perspective, sort of leads into what we're going to talk about in a little bit is the Hawkeye series, right? And that's sort of the thing. The next big thing on the radar, at least from a Marvel universe or sort of that world of another streaming thing, everyone's super excited about.
Not everyone.
Well, okay, a lot of
I think they're doing a smart thing. It's not just a Hawkeye show, it's a Christmas show.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Well, they're doing that with Guardians of the Galaxy as well. So that's what they're going to do. It's a Christmas special.
They have a Christmas special Guardians of the Galaxy, and
Hey,
it's canon.
Yeah.
It counts.
Yeah,
Something happens.
but-
It counts.
I mean, we're not going to ever reach the peak of the Star Wars holiday special, but
Again, when's the last time you watched that fever dream? Because yikes.
Yeah. I think James Gunn's
3
going to do
years
it right.
ago. I have a DVD I bought at Comic-Con. I have it.
It's so hard.
It
Even
is.
ironically watching it, like watching those old pop movies, it's like, is this funny? I get Reefer Madness is funny for 20 minutes. And then
Right.
it's like,
But you know what?
enough.
Even Cheech and Chong is hard to watch now. I've watched some
yeah.
Cheech and Chong, and I'm like, oh, that's not as funny as I thought it was when I was 14.
Have you tried
Or
watching
Stone.
it? Yeah. Hi.
I will
Oh.
neither confirm nor deny
Oh, there
that.
Nice. He is a movie critic after all. All right. When we return, we got to take a quick break, play a couple songs, but we're going to debate this. Now that What If has come out, there's been 4 Marvel series, all well received, critically acclaimed, and watched by many people on Disney Plus. We're going to rank them from worst to first. What was our favorite? What was our least favorite? And we're going to do that next on Beef Vegan Presents. Don't go away. You see that, Herb? That's called a tease, my friend. That's how.
Thanks for the tip.
Well, I know that you dabble with other shows, and you're like, wait a second, what is this? Actually, keeping people around for the next segment
Well,
and getting.
I was going to say that is the difference because I'm only in for one segment
That's
across
true.
the hall. And,
Yeah.
you give me a little more room to spread my wings.
That's right.
And interact with Powers over here, and we can geek out on stuff. So it's all good.
It is good, yes. But that Marvel or the Hawkeye, when is that coming out again? Because I'm not excited about it.
It's
I don't even
December
know if I'll
something.
watch it.
Yeah, it's December. Let me I can figure
It's-
it out real quick.
It looks funny.
Jeremy Renner looks like he smokes a carton a day.
He's
You
not the
understand
best
that?
looking dude.
No, he's not. And the guy, as a person, garbage.
Is he?
Yeah, he's well documented garbage. He's got an app. Do you know Jeremy Renner has an app for his band and all this other Renner stuff that he does? He might as well be selling, vapes.
actually, November 24.
Yeah.
November
Thanksgiving.
24th.
Oh yeah, Thanksgiving. So that way
It makes sense because it's going to go into December.
Yeah, and if you
Um,
eat too much of Thanksgiving,
I don't know.
you can
I'm-
watch Jeremy Renner's face and vomit it up, lose a couple
Frankly,
pounds.
I'm more
Cold as ice.
I'm more excited about Eternals. Frankly, just
Yes.
babe, the last trailer I
It's
just
so
saw
weird.
drop.
I'm oddly not excited about it.
Really?
But it's not that I'm unexcited. I know I'll go see it. And having low expectations for some of these things has like kind of benefited me in a way.
Mhm.
You know, it's
So you're not just hating on Angelina.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
But I'm not chomping at the bit
Okay.
to see the Eternals. I'm a Marvel fan, and it's like, oh, the Inhumans, yeah, like, they're not to me as much of a draw. But it's cinematic universe. It'll be new characters. They're gonna introduce these people.
People thought that of Guardians of the Galaxy as well,
You're
right? And because it wasn't.
Guardians
So
snuck up on everybody. I agree.
did.
And I will say Eternals, I was sort of meh until I saw some footage, and then I'm like, I am in.
yeah.
I was just like, yup. I'm like, Richard Madden, Kumail, Nanjiani, whatever his name.
Yeah, and he looks great. He worked out.
I'm like, I am in. I am totally in. But I understand what you're saying. Maybe it's nice to. I mean, I love what happened with Guardians. I mean, I walked out of Guardians with a smile on my face, a
too.
mild wide. It was just
oh my
like,
goodness.
what was
Yeah.
that?
Absolutely. Yeah, and honestly, that surpassed Star Wars for me. For me, Guardians of the Galaxy is my Star Wars. I like that universe a lot better than I like the Star Wars universe, which is sacrilegious to true nerds. I get it.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I'm not a true nerd. I actually grew up kind of cool. So, I'm a faux nerd. Let me play a clip real quick for Allana and Cy, because they were in here earlier.
Heck yeah.
And they're performing at the Unscrewed Theater. So Unscrewed Theater is all things improv, and they have a good time there. So Allana and Cy came in, and they played a round of the last word for us. So here is the last word. Check it out. 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents, a little Rage Against the Machine to kick off your weekend. And we're back here with our in-studio guests, Allana and Cy from Unscrewed Theater, which happens tonight. They got a big show happening at 9 p.m. tonight. And since they master the art of improv, we're going to put them to the challenge right now with a round of the last word. 3 rounds to be exact. A little game to see which one could think quicker when put on the spot. You got 30-second rounds. I'm going to give you a category, and then we start off with one contestant. You go back and forth, giving acceptable answers. Whoever gets that last acceptable answer in before the clock runs out wins themselves the round, and best of 3 wins the game. All right, you guys ready for this?
Ready.
Okay, we'll start off with Allana. The clock will begin when I finish giving you this category, and I just slid my thing over, so give me a second. All right, I'm ready for it. Am I ready for it? Yes. Here we go. I need suspenseful music because this is the last word, and it's Friday. A lot riding on this, okay? Whoever wins gets 20 seconds to plug whatever they want to plug.
Ooh.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, it's a
Good
big deal.
prize.
Yeah. Verbally, not physically. Okay.
Oh, well, I'm out.
Yeah. Here we go, Allana. You're going to start things off. Name something you don't like your man looking at while you're talking to him. Go.
Balls.
Balls. Okay.
Porn.
Porn. Okay.
His shoes.
Tissues.
My cat.
Your cat. Okay.
My dog.
All
My
right.
dog.
No, we can't. That's the same answer.
That's the same answer. His car.
Okay.
Television.
Television.
His
Yes.
phone.
Okay.
PS4.
PS4. Okay.
His computer.
All right.
His child.
Okay.
Someone else's child.
Oh, yeah. Hmm.
My boss.
Okay.
The roof.
Oh. Well, your boss.
Boss.
I'm going to let Powers be the judge on this one. Is boss acceptable answer? Like, how often is somebody going to be looking at their boss when they're talking? What do you say?
Are they looking at your boss, or is he looking at his boss?
He's looking at my boss.
Yeah.
Your boss.
Where's your boss in this scenario here? I don't get that.
I don't know. That might be up in the air.
Mm.
She's around.
Yeah.
That's a tough
All
round.
right, let's give it to Cy. We're going to give it to Cy on this one. Cy, you're going to start off this next round. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. They say love is blind, but before you marry a man, you better make sure to look at his what? Go.
Bank account.
Okay.
Credit history.
Yep.
Feet.
Okay.
Facebook photos.
Oh, yeah.
Car mileage.
Okay.
Snapchat.
Yep.
Oh, no, she said that. Twitter feed.
Okay.
The things he subscribed to.
Okay. Yeah.
His oh God. The school records.
Okay.
I want to make sure he went.
Oh, time
subscription.
ran out.
No,
And school records.
I couldn't
I
think of the
think,
word. I couldn't think of the word transcript.
Permanent record.
Yeah.
Did he have detention in 6th grade?
Yeah, let's give that one to Elena.
Okay.
I forfeit. That's
Giving
right.
it to Elena. I like that. So the rounds are tied up 1 apiece. Got some very questionable answers there, but good. And it looks like Cy has a foot fetish too.
Yes.
Yeah. Notice that real
Why that
quick.
came up
Mhm.
twice.
I gotta look at his feet. Yeah.
Feet.
Yeah.
Does
Okay.
he keep them clean? Actually, is kind of an issue.
Oh, yeah. You dated a lot of dirty hippies, have you? Okay.
I've been known to.
All right. Final round. Whoever wins this round gets the plug. And here we go. Name something the Pillsbury Doughboy likes people to do to his buns. Elena.
Squeeze them.
Okay.
Sniff them.
Okay.
Cook them.
Okay.
Lick them.
Okay.
Put icing on them.
Nice.
Taste them.
Yeah.
Add cinnamon.
Okay.
Share them.
Okay.
Eat them.
Yeah. Eat those buns.
Cover them in butter.
Okay.
Give them as a snack to small children.
Okay.
Impress everyone at a potluck with.
Okay.
Ooh, poison people at the potluck.
Oh, no, Ben. That was just a tag along anyways. That means our winner is Cy. Congratulations, Cy. All right, you got 20 seconds on the clock. Go ahead and do your plug. Let's go.
Excellent. Unscrewed Theater has shows every single weekend. We have family-friendly shows every Friday and Saturday at 7:30. On the second and fourth Saturday, we have an uncensored show at 9 o'clock. On the second Friday, we have Unscrewed Fridays After Dark at 9 o'clock. On the second Saturday at 6 o'clock, we have the very family-friendly, very kid-friendly Unscrewed Family Hour with Comic Chaos. Come see us.
All right. Excellent job. I'd like to thank our in-studio guests this hour, Allana and Cy from Unscrewed Theater, unscrewedtheater.org. All right, welcome back to the live stream here. We've still got film critic Herb Stratford hanging out with us each and every Friday. We have good times with Herb. We're going to break down our ranking for the 4 Marvel series on Disney Plus here in about 3 minutes on the air, but Powers asked the question while we were playing that clip. What is our favorite Marvel movie of all time? And I'm asking you guys this question as well. If you want to please comment. So the number 1 Marvel movie you enjoyed the most out of all Marvel movies. And that's a tough question when you really think of the scope of everything. And there's still movies coming out all the time.
Yep.
So I guess we'll start with film critic Herb Stratford on this one, right? Or maybe we should start with Powers.
Whatever you want.
I'll start
throw
with
it out
Powers.
there.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, for some reason, I think it's still true. Thor Ragnarok is like, I think, my favorite one because it's so funny.
That's what
It's
I
so
wrote
good.
down.
Oh, okay, there
That's
we
what
go.
I wrote. It's right here. It's circled and everything.
See that?
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah. I am exactly. And I cut to 5. And then it's just at the end of the day, Ragnarok, it's funny. It's crazy.
Yep.
Mhm.
She's nuts. Hela is just a crazy villain.
Great
Yeah.
villain.
Right?
Yes, great
So I
villain.
interrupted you. Keep going.
No, that was really it. That's great.
No, I mean,
And you're hitting all the good points. I mean, that movie had everything. And how many times have you watched Thor Ragnarok?
Right. Like
Yeah, I'm
the
asking.
ones I don't rewatch movies these days because like there's just so much you don't
Right.
like when you're growing up. I actually have seen Thor Ragnarok a few times. Like, I'll put that one on.
Yeah.
You know,
Well-
absolutely. Probably once a year since it came out.
yeah, and there's like Led Zeppelin in the soundtrack. I mean, are you
Yeah.
kidding
Good
me?
soundtrack.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
That
You know?
actually, that movie made me love Thor. And before that, I
Right.
wasn't into any of the Thor movies. I think Dark World
considered the worst
is
one.
a pile of shit.
It is.
You
It is.
know?
And that movie saved Thor, right? I mean,
Yes.
and when you think about
And
all the stuff that you had in that movie and all the things that sort of sprung out of it, and Taika became much more of a, I mean,
Yes.
the Korg character. I mean,
Yep.
Jeff Goldblum. I mean, all that stuff was just it was a universe that it was so fully realized in such a short period of time.
Yep.
That's
and I
really
also love the Hulk. So even
Ugh.
Hulk showing up and doing
Oh,
the
yeah.
best
Yeah.
appearance of Hulk in like any of these.
it was
Oh,
the best,
yeah.
best
So
Hulk.
good.
I
Yep.
mean, we got Talking Hulk. We had
Yeah.
everything about Hulk. It made fantastic. And the thing is, the only gripe that I have with Thor Ragnarok is that they ruined the surprise that Hulk was in it in the
in
trailer.
the trailers, yeah.
And they set it up perfectly. That's the thing that was so many people were upset about, because they did such a great job within the film when you watch Thor Ragnarok of not tipping their hat too much and letting people know that Hulk was going to appear, right? So you were going to be, if you never saw the trailer, genuinely shocked and amazed and thrilled that Hulk was in this, but it was in that goddamn trailer because Thor's stock was so low that nobody would go out and see it the first opening week, and they want those opening week numbers. But if they would have held off, the opening weekend would have been not great, but it would have had legs, and they would have made money based off word of mouth, like Quiet Place style,
Sure, possibly. I don't know. It's funny because that
7
became
seconds.
a meme.
Yeah.
I know him from work.
Yeah. It really was.
Rock 2.1 KFMA. We're debating Marvel here on the podcast broadcast, but time to talk this question. And I saw this on Reddit, and it was an excellent question. I was like, yeah, actually, I was just thinking that to myself. Which of these 4 series that Marvel released on Disney Plus is the best? So we want to rank them worst to first. They started with WandaVision, came out first. That was followed by The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, then Loki, and now we just finished up Disney's What If, which is the animated series that actually a lot of people didn't even care was animated because it was so well done.
Yeah.
So how would you rank them from worst to first? Let's see. We'll start off with Herb on this one.
All right, and I'm going to do a caveat here that I have not finished What If, so this could change my position for What If.
Okay.
Once I get to it, but here's the way I am
probably
right
won't.
now.
Okay.
Falcon and Winter Soldier is number 4
Easily.
All right, so that's number 4 right now. And I'm going to get howls of rage at me right now. What If is number 3. I'm just going to say it because I've only watched about half of it, so that's where it is right now. Number 2 is Wanda, and Loki's my number 1. I dig Loki. I think I love that world. I love all those characters. I want more.
Yeah. Why aren't we best friends, Herb? Look at my ranking on here. So I wanted to debate this, but I wrote the numbers next to everything.
Oh my God.
Without even telling you. That is 100% what I wrote down. Oh my God.
That's funny.
Yes. 4 Falcon and Winter Soldier for sure. That was difficult to even get through.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
And then 3 What If. What If was fantastic. It was thoroughly enjoyable. But that's it. Like, as compared to the other 2, I felt like the other 2 just they meant more and they were more entertaining. With WandaVision, it was like, what's going on? And then slowly revealing, that was great as far as the television series is concerned, like having questions and then getting questions answered and figuring things out in real time is great. And Loki kind of had that as well, but it also explained and opened up the multiverse and it made it very Rick and Morty like.
Yeah.
Which made it fun. Powers, what's your list?
Well, mine's a little different, but because it's just, I guess, because of who I am. So Falcon Winter Soldier did wind up at the bottom there. I put Loki third. Now, it's nothing against Loki. I loved it so much. But I loved WandaVision. I love television. I love old TV.
Yeah.
I love parodies. I got every reference. I understand some people don't get a Donna Reed reference or Dick Van Dyke. So I'm like, oh, I love it. Bring it on.
Yeah.
So I loved all that. And then I love animation. And I love the second to last episode of What If is one of the greatest animated sequences and one of the best fights ever.
Yeah.
Love me some Kirby Crackle animated. Get it done. Love the Watcher.
I'll tell you this, and you're not wrong about that fight. That fight was fantastic, and I don't care if we spoil it for Herb. So they break through each universe, like multiverse is breaking in.
I mean, they're just
amazing.
So exciting.
That's cool.
But
yeah,
I'll
it
say,
was fun.
like movies like Captain America's. But in the theater, I fell asleep during the fighting scenes. It's something about their long, drawn out fighting scene. Easy for me to pass out.
May I also say, what time do you think you got up that morning? Probably 4, 3 in the morning.
No, that doesn't even, I think I saw it on a Saturday, Powers.
Yeah.
Those fighting scenes, they always like make me doze off. So, I mean, if for that reason, normally I would not be a fan of the long drawn out fighting scenes, even in What If, but What If was thoroughly entertaining and it kept me engaged from beginning to end.
All right.
Well, it looks like if we were gonna, decide a right and a wrong, we agree on the list.
Oh, I'm sure you guys might be closer to the American consensus of the nation.
Oh, okay.
I agree. I think that
Mr. Hip Brain here.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Mine is not hip. Mine is because I'm a nerd that loves cartoons.
Yeah.
And old-time TV.
Right.
I think that you might have said, I think that's what most people will think.
Yeah.
Like I think we all agree Falcon's where it's at.
Mhm.
But Loki was amazing.
Right.
You know, and animation always falls short.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and I know that people have their things about WandaVision. So I think that you guys did hit what it might end up feeling like it's most people.
So so the next question is, where is Hawkeye going to fall?
Nah.
Right? No, really. I mean, honestly, because it's very different. You know what I mean? It is very different. It's like a holiday thing. It looks like it's a little more tongue in cheek, if I would be so bold.
It's true,
right?
Yeah. It's not going to be better than
no. I know, but
Soldier.
where? But where? You know,
and just
I mean?
a movie? It's just a special?
Well,
it's
it's a series. It's like 6 episodes.
I'll be honest with you. Let's not forget who was the Scarlet Witch before any of this. She didn't have a ton of big parts in the movie. She wasn't a huge deal. And that's like they're giving her a show and look what it became. She did have to earn it. Hawkeye's going to have to earn it. Loki didn't need to earn it. Everyone's waiting for him.
Right.
Yeah, true.
Hawkeye's going to have to earn it.
I say they should probably just kill off Hawkeye because it looks like the skin on his face died about 5 years ago. All right, let's hit the reset real quick. We're going to wrap things up with your beef tip next on Beef Vegan Presents. Don't go away. There, yeah, I just
you had to throw some shade.
Sound keeps dropping out. Okay, that's good to know. I will let Scott know as we continue to figure that out. And then Christina watched all the Squid Game. It was awesome. That's great. I was on second, and so last night I watched 2 episodes. So yesterday was essentially second episode is character backstory driven, and they're not back into the Squid Game yet. And I'm looking forward to get back into it.
How many episodes?
10.
10, yeah. That's what it should be. You know, I
don't like
nice.
10 episode things.
Well, you need. I mean, for Squid Game, you need to learn who those characters are to care about them. You know what I mean? You got to have the background. Otherwise, they're just fodder. You know,
Right.
and I mean, it's so hyper violent. They almost have to balance it out.
Mhm.
With something. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna take me. I don't watch violent stuff anymore. I don't watch horror stuff anymore. So even that, and it's funny because I used to love all that stuff. Like one of my favorite movies is Cube. Remember Cube? Did you ever see that? Love that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So even this, it looks up my alley. I love they play kids games. Like I just saw the trailer. It's like red light, green light. Like who wants to not? I don't.
yeah.
And then they just start running, which means they're gonna get shot. Like I'm like, oh, this is diabolical.
It is.
Yeah.
Diabolical.
So it is. It's a diabolical show. I'll watch it some point.
And it's quirky because, like I said, the dubbing is weird, and you know, it's such a Korean thing. Like the whole movie just has a Korea vibe because it's from Korea.
That's true, but you surprisingly get over that pretty fast. You know.
I had a tough time watching The Boys because of what's his name. He is. Did you ever watch The Boys?
Oh yeah, watch The Boys. I'm excited about the 3rd season.
He bothers me. The main guy.
Yeah.
He does make you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like it's.
What's
I
his
have 2
name?
episodes left. I'm just like, I can't.
Oh, it gets worse in those 2
I
episodes
know.
too.
I know. He laser beams people.
While we have a moment here on the stream, then let me break down for you today's top 5 headlines. All right, these are actual headlines, and we'll joke about them if it's funny, but
or even if it's not.
Yeah. These are the top 5 headlines of the day. Facebook is nearing a reputational point of no return. Is what a think piece put out yesterday. Do you agree on that?
Yep.
Yeah. A lot of it is because of everything that's being revealed about really how money hungry they are and how much they were pushing algorithms to spread misinformation and hate and divide us. So they're saying they'll get to a point where people are just going to be like, F it. We're not doing Facebook anymore. But what is
go away? MySpace went away.
MySpace went away.
Go away.
Look, MySpace went away because a comparable product that was operated a little bit cleaner, a little bit better, popped up, and everyone just switched. So where is that today? It wasn't Parler, you know. So why isn't somebody working on being able to give us a comparable product to Facebook right now? You know. And it's not even MySpace. MySpace not even pushing. MySpace right now, they are. But again, everyone forgot their login passwords. No one's reunited that. But if I was in the MySpace corporate office, be like, hey, man, let's start pushing out marketing right now. People want to jump ship. They just don't have a life raft to go to yet.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Yeah. All right. Next headline. A 35-year-old man was arrested on Monday for allegedly threatening the life of a woman. He didn't say anything. He sent her a video of himself relaying the threat in sign language. He's like, I kill you. Okay? I'll kill you. The man is deaf, and he thought the woman was stealing his mail. This is a legitimate story out of Florida.
Well, you
Florida man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let me use this ASL. I'm gonna, I know some of that too. What's it called? I'm coming for you.
But a Florida man. I mean, that joke writes itself. I'm
yes,
sorry.
it does. Speaking of wishing death on someone, actually, according to a recent survey, 1/3 of people have wished death on someone. That's a sombering fact there. I mean, there's 3 people in the room,
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Too afraid.
Too afraid to do that?
Yeah, you don't want to
Just
do
the
that?
karma?
Yeah. I'd rather that person just live in pain.
Okay.
That's all. That's fine, right?
Some sort of crippling long-term,
Just anything, even
thing.
emotional, just stunted by something.
Even as a teenager or anything, did anyone, do you have any
back
bullies
then,
or?
Probably, I definitely, because you're a kid.
Right.
And you don't really understand a thing, but like to really as an adult be like, I really do. I wish that person would just, I can't. Even to say like, I wish it. No.
Right.
Would I care if that person? No, I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be the cosmic cause of pushing that button.
Right.
I just don't like it. And again,
okay.
Because
I get it. And that's good. You're a good person.
Voodoo.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want the heebie-jeebies attached to it.
Exactly.
Yeah. But they do say, like, I don't know, like the bad guys, they usually win.
Best revenge is living well.
That's true.
That's to do. I just want to win.
Yeah. All right. And final headline that I'm going to share right now before our beef tip is there's a new record for the world's fastest lawnmower. It can cut grass at a brisk speed of 143 miles per hour.
What's his name?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy though? A lawnmower, riding lawnmowers are a thing. Not here in Arizona. We don't really care. We don't have those lawns. But back east and Midwest, they got big ass lawns.
And they're proud of them.
Right. So somewhere out there, somebody's gonna get on their lawnmower and ride 143 miles an hour while cutting grass.
Why?
Because it can.
That's like it's got to be like a Formula 1 car with like a blade at the front. You know what I mean? Like what does that thing even look like?
It's gnarly. I'll show the picture here in a second. All right, we're gonna wrap things up. We got 15 seconds, and then we're going back on. Thank you, everyone, for watching the stream today. We had great numbers on social media and then on YouTube. Make sure you like it, share it, and all that good stuff.
Share it.
Sharing is caring. Feel the love.
It means a lot.
It does. We appreciate it.
Back to Beef Vegan Presents.
Are we sure he's not Satan?
On Rock 102.1 KFMA.
I'd like to thank our in-studio guests this morning. We had Allana and Cy from the Unscrewed Theater. They're doing a show tonight. Of course, film critic Herb Stratford. He's going to have a huge, basically a movie festival happening next weekend.
Yeah, it's our 5th annual Film Fest Tucson. So we'll talk about it next week. Some great, a little bit of streaming this year because of COVID, but a bunch of in-person things you can go check out for free outside next weekend.
I love that. Is there a website people could go to now to kind of get a heads up on everything that's going to be screening? Go ahead and plug it up.
filmfesttucson.com. Go check it out.
All right, filmfesttucson.com. Cool. And of course, Powers for hanging out all day. He'll be back on the show next Wednesday. But before we leave, let me leave you with this. According to a new study, single adults make less money than partnered ones. Yeah, they say that single men earn $21,400 less than partnered men, and single women make $8,000 less than partnered women. It's a very interesting, crazy study that they came across. They're like, oh, wow. It seems like people that are in relationships and they have that stability end up becoming more successful in their professional life. So that leads me to this beef tip. Okay. If you want to rack up, shack up, that's how you're going to stack up all that cash. So find someone there that is your partner, and then you're going to be making that money. I'm in a relationship right now. I'm waiting for the station to give me a raise at any moment right now.
Right. And your partner's probably nagging you to get more money. It's going to motivate you every single day.
Exactly. So there you go. Shack up to rack up is your beef tip of the day. Herb Stratford, thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
And of course, Powers, thank you as always.
It's a pleasure. I appreciate you.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/beefvegan, to check out all the podcasts from this week and individual clips that we posted for your viewing pleasure. That's all the time we have for today. Enjoy your 3-day weekend. We'll be back Tuesday morning, bright and early at 6 a.m. Till then, drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish upon a side of beef, soon will come an end to all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.